What's up, meatbags? It's the often imitated, never duplicated Tony TGD coming at you with a little Q&A video. Now, I will remind you to go ahead and drop me an email at submissions@thegeekgetaway.com. You could ask me questions. You could send me suggestions for videos. You could give me tips to news items that you might find interesting that you want to hear my opinion on. Now, I already got a lot of good questions, some suggestions for videos. So I thought I'd go ahead and knock out a couple of these questions right away. Now, the first question that we got was what genre of games do you want to see make a comeback? Now, it's a really good question, but it's kind of loaded. See, there really isn't any genre of video game that's gone away. A lot of them have become less prominent over the years. Beat 'em ups are no longer at the forefront. But if you're looking for a particular type of game, if you like beat 'em ups, shoot 'em ups, run and gun, hack and slash, whatever it is, there's probably some indie developer out there making a game just the kind of game you like, something that you want to play. So I figured I'd go ahead and flip the script on this question and change it up a little. Let's change it into what genre of games do you want to see more of? Well, personally, I really love beat 'em ups. I can't get enough of them. When I saw Streets of Rage 4 being announced, that was like a great moment for me. That was like, yes, this is the kind of game that I've been waiting for, and I played it, and it was fucking awesome. I love it. Streets of Rage 4. I mean, I can play that at any time. Just pick it up, play it, knock out a few levels. I love the way they updated it. I like the art. I mean, I would have preferred if it had pixel art, but the art is still good. I'm hoping that they release some DLC. They were teasing that they were gonna release some DLC for the game, so here's hoping that they do that. I'm also a big fan of shoot 'em ups. Would love if we got some more horizontal and vertical shoot 'em ups. I played with Octonaut. You won't be able to find that on PlayStation nothing because they changed the name of the game. It's now Takotan. They had some kind of legal issue, I guess, with like a Nickelodeon show called Octonauts or something like that. Either way, the game's name was changed, but it is a great pick up and play, shoot 'em up, horizontal shooter. You play a nice little cute octopus, shoot aliens. You can beat the game in it's like an hour. I mean, it's really fun. It's not really worth the price because, like I said, it's about an hour to beat the whole game. But if you really are into shoot 'em ups the way I am, you'll probably want to pick that up. And the last genre I'd really like to see make kind of a comeback more of is strategic RPGs. Final Fantasy Tactics type games. I really, those are the games that I played as a youth. Those are the games I was playing, on the Super Nintendo, on the Sega Genesis, on the PlayStation 1. Those are my kind of games. You could sit there for hours playing strategies, playing different ways to take down your enemies, play the maps over with, new characters that you recruited. You know, those are my kind of games. I love them. I would love to see more of them. But let's move on to the next question here. What do we got? Do you think the AMICO will make their April launch? Now, Tommy Tellerico has said that it's about 50-50 shot that the AMICO is going to make their launch. He's also said quite a few other things. He said that they were going to have a article in AARP magazine in the December issue. That didn't happen. He came back, said that they decided to push that article up until it was closer to launch because it made more sense, with the marketing. He's always talking about marketing is not going to be done until about a month before launch. He gives all kind of numbers as to how he's in manufacturing. He started off saying they could do about 1,500 a day somehow without manufacturing a single unit, without having the line running, without having any of the employees, go through it and get some experience building these AMICOs. Somehow he's gone from 1,500 to 3,300 AMICOs a day. Now, I've worked manufacturing, I've worked on lines, assembly lines. You don't go and double your output without some kind of major change. You got to have either new equipment, more equipment, or you got to have cut down something in the process, whether it's uh, less amount of parts per item, different packaging. Something's got to have changed for him to be able to make a jump from 1,500 to 3,300 units. Because, you know, the line should have been at full capacity as it was. I mean, you don't run a line at half capacity, you don't run it at 20%. You want to run it at 100% from the get go. So either he wasn't running it at 100%, which would be ridiculous to even consider someone would do that, or he's done something to the AMICO itself. He's tweaked something, maybe removed a couple of LEDs that could increase the process. Maybe he's got the controllers on a separate line. I don't know. Something's up. But as far as making that April launch date, I'm not seeing it. I do not see him making that April launch date. Now, there's a slim, very slim chance that he'll go ahead, knock out those 2,600 Founders Editions just so that he can say that, yeah, we've launched at the April date. We got the Founders Editions out. But the actual consumer launch, I'm guessing that's going to be maybe October of next year. So 10/10/2021, I'm guessing that's when the AMICO is going to actually be on the shelves for customers to go ahead and buy. It's not making April. I mean, he's already priming everybody with excuses, talking about COVID, talking about lockdowns. He's in Orange County. Some people are saying there were no lockdowns in Orange County, that it actually loosened up in that particular area of California. I don't know. I don't live there. He's also said he was moving into a new building. At one point, he said he got offices in Utah. I don't know what's going on. Like I said, he says a lot of things. Some of it don't add up. Some of it don't seem to make any sense. It's not making the April launch date. That's my humble opinion. And all right, we got the final question. It's what are 5 old IPs you want to see get a new game? Now, there's a lot of games that I've played as a teenager, as a young adult, that I said, these games deserve a sequel. These games need a sequel. Right off the bat, Suikoden, we need a final game in that series. We need to have that series finally closed out properly. They left us on a lot of cliffhangers. There's a lot of loose ends that we need, tied up. Konami, I mean, I know you just want to make pachinko games. I know you want to sit on your IPs and not actually do anything with them. But come on, get somebody to make one more game, wrap it all up, finish the story. That's what your fans want. I know it'll sell. People have been clamoring for it for years. But for some reason, Konami's just like, nah, I don't like money. Another old IP that I would love to see is Chrono Trigger. We got sort of a sequel in Chrono Cross. That was kind of a sequel, spin-off. It's kind of weird spin-off, sequel, hybrid, I don't know. But I would love to see another game in that series. I love that series. I mean, Chrono Trigger is probably one of the best RPGs on the Super Nintendo, if not released to date. So I would love another game in that series. Let's see, what else we got? There was a game called Chikan the Forever Man. I mean, the game wasn't that great, but it had real potential. It's hack and slash. The whole gimmick was that your guy couldn't die. He had beat death in a sword fight. He was no longer able to die, so you didn't actually die when you depleted your health. Rather, you went to like a limbo area and you had to fight your way back. I'd love to see them do something with that. That had a lot of potential. There was a comic book. There was hints of a sequel that never got made. So I would love for that to come back. Someone dig that old IP up, make a new game. What else we got? What other games can we dig up? EVO. EVO was a nice little, not really a platformer, more of a, I want to say adventure game. You started off as a fish, you ate other fish, you got points, you use those points to evolve your fish into a bigger fish with bigger teeth, bigger body, and you kept doing that through the years. You would, the first stage was the water level, pre-Earth. Then you got the next stage was on land. You became like a dinosaur. And the next one there was like the Ice Age. You evolved into a better dinosaur. Eventually, you could evolve into different paths. You might be able to evolve into, say, like a bird. If you went in one route, you might be able to evolve into a human if you went another route. It's a real fun game. Had a lot of potential, a lot of sequel potential. I would love to see another game in that series. Square Enix, get on it. I mean, make it happen. This would be the third game in the series. I would love to see that. That's something that I truly think would make a great series, would make a great modern game on modern consoles that people would like. It's not too violent. It's family friendly. It's semi-educational. Make it happen, Square Enix. Make it happen. The last game would have to be. What's a really good IP that really deserves? Nah, nah. Let me think. Give me a second. Give me a second, folks. It's kind of a cop out, kind of a cheat, but I would love to see another Def Jam fighting game, but not like the last one. The last one in the series kind of went weird. There was a lot of moving the joysticks to make like the little music change, all that. That was kind of goofy, kind of threw off the whole rhythm. I wanted to go back to the first game where it was kind of a hybrid of a fighter and a wrestling game. It doesn't even have to include all the rap artists that the first couple of games had. They were really superfluous to the whole thing. That was just kind of a way to get people interested. Hey, look, Snoop Dogg's in the game. Hey, look, you know, uh, Dr. Dre's in the game. This guy's in the game. This rapper, that rapper, Method Man, Red Man. That was kind of to get people interested. But the gameplay itself was really good, really tight. And I think that if they made a new game in the Def Jam series, maybe not include, like I said, not include the rappers, but focus more on like custom characters, I think that would actually be a really, really good, fun game to play. So, that's my answer. We're going to have Def Jam, a new Def Jam, a new EVO, a new Shakan the Forever Man, a new Suikoden, and fuck, I don't even remember what the other thing I said. But those are the only questions we got this time. Like I said, if you want to hit me up with some questions, some suggestions, just say, hey, what's up? I like what you're doing. Keep it up. And then just hit me up at submissions@thegeekgetaway.com. But like we say on this channel, love, peace, booty grease, and we out this bitch.